Okay, it's a JDS Sport Talks video, not Sport Talks. Let me try that again. This is JDS YSS Dagenham and Redbridge video. YSS 0.5, that is. The first proper YSS will be coming soon, as I'm getting a PlayStation in the coming days. I've said that many times recently, I know, but it's actually happening now. Whether I have to buy it or someone else is buying it, I don't know. Anyway, as you see there, youth player wants out. It was Holden, and I'm pretty sure later on I reject him and release him. I might do it right now here, actually. We're about to see, I guess. Maybe not, maybe go straight to the game with Everton. I will not be making a Sport Talks video for the Fulham Manchester United video. Game rather. The game did record properly, but I don't need to make it. I feel like I'm just wasting my time making it, really. Let's get into the game here. You can see a Kirby just taking a few shots there. Missing all of them as always. So I'll start off with Mendoza, Diaz, Cesario. Now Alvarez and Server's on the ball, passing out to Akpom. He cuts in, faking putting it out wide, gets it into Mendoza. Mendoza tries to get it back, but it's taken off before he can. Fellaini gives it back, and that's the end of the highlight. Duffy gets the ball off Fellaini, launches it upfield to Alvarez Conserva. Alvarez Conserva puts it forward to Mendoza. Mendoza cuts round, plays the pass, gets it to France. France blocks, and he puts the top corner. I said block as in like he even tried to take the shot and it was blocked off. That was a very good way to start an episode. 11 minutes in, first goal, top corner shot. It's been like 2.5 weeks since I've recorded this. You see, I mean, I don't know why I was wrong with blocks. He just had to jump over the tackle. That's 1-0 France, 11th minute shot. See what can happen here. Fellaini on the ball, gives it straight back to Mendoza. Mendoza taking a few steps forward. Long shot and well saved by Joel. We have a corner here. Nuno hit it in. He gets into the box towards Duffy. Duffy can't get his head on it. Alvarez Conserva, ball to Cesario. He takes a shot, but it's blocked, and the keeper will get that easily. Ball's upfield to Mbabu, heads it down here to Alvarez Conserva, gets it to Mendoza. Mendoza, I guess we'll put it forward here. No, he cuts back. He cuts back again. And then again, but he loses the ball this time. I should have passed the ball off or taken a shot. I was just trying to get a better, more open shot or a good pass forward. Anyway, on the ball here now is Gay. He hits it in, past Haddad to Morales. Haddad cuts him off though before he can get the cross in. Pushes it forward to a Kirby. And I'm not sure what happened. I'm guessing nothing. Gay again. Gets it to Velios, who gets it to Gibson, who gets it through to, I'm not sure, back to Velios, but cut off by Alvarez Conserva, launches it up. Back down for it actually, for them to have a corner. Actually, now it's Gay. I've been saying the wrong person. No, I haven't. It's Lazzini, I think that was. Headed down by Mbabu to Nuno, who gets it forward to Alvarez Conserva. Out wide to Diaz Cesario, and that was the end of that. Nuno gets it out wide here to Haddad. Haddad puts it into Mendoza. I cut in, chip the ball over here to Alvarez Conserva, gets blocked off. Gay on the ball. He pushes it forward here to Lazzini, but Mbabu cuts it off, gets it into Kirby, gets it to Nuno, into Diaz Cesario, who loses it back to Gibson, gets it off him, passes it to Maguire. Nuno gets back off him again. And it just seems like a very midfield battle at this point of the game. I get it forward here to Alvarez Conserva. Alvarez Conserva gets it up to Diaz Cesario on the wing. Have to get beyond my player so I can get it in, but I go too far. I have to slide in for the cross and it doesn't work. Coleman on the ball here. Tackle does not work there by Mendoza, and I think it was given as a yellow card. Maybe just, no, it was half time. Wrong. So half time, it's 1-0 to us over Everton. So we can hold that. Fellaini off the ball off the kick-off. Out to Gay, gets it back to Davies. He cuts round me, keeps running forward, gets round another player, passes it off here to Velios. Velios gets it out wide to Coleman. Coleman cuts in, takes a few steps forward, gets out to Morales, who runs down the wing, doesn't really do anything, hits it straight into the path of Mbevu, gets it out to a Kirby. Kirby gets it forward here to Nuno, and that's the end of that. Lanzini, so not Lanzini, out to Morales. Morales on the ball, pushing down the field but can't get it. Head out on the ball, just wasting time, looking for a good pass. I wasted too much time, got myself in a bad position, have to fall back to Akpom. Akpom runs forward, cuts in, launches it upfield here to Nuno, who tries to get it out but can't. They're on the wing here with Morales, who gets into the box, cuts in, and the shot is straight into the path of Ariola, who tips it over. Then Zini's going off for Barkley. Ross Barkley trying to make a difference for them. Magage launches in the corner, gets hit, and Raul makes a nice save, holding the ball. They've got another chance here. Gibson gets it out to Magage. Akpom doing more good defensive work as always. Launching it upfield as well to Kirby. Gets the ball out to Nuno. Nuno loses it though. Morales gets it, and that's actually a free kick there. Haddad on the ball on the wing to Nuno. 1-2 between Haddad and Nuno there. Haddad gets to France, who pushes it to Kirby, back to Haddad, and Haddad puts it forward here for Kirby, who can't reach it, and it goes out for a goal kick. Akpom on the wing, loses it here to Magange, who gets it back again, and it's out for a throw-in for Everton. Everton throw it back to Alvaro Dominiquez, who runs round Akpom, I think it was, but Nuno gets it off him, cuts back, gets it to France. Alves Conserva's pushing forward, turns his man, turns back again. I try and get the pass through, I think. No, I don't. I wait. I should stop trying to figure out what I do. Kirby on the ball, pushes it back to France. France gets it in here to Nuno. Nuno to Akpom. Akpom lets it go behind him somehow. I don't even know why that happened. Alves Conserva. Out wide to France. France takes the shot and Joel with a nice save. I just couldn't find an option, so I decided to pull the trigger and it didn't work. It was sort of getting to the point where I was just trying to make sure I hold on to the ball. I launched it up forward here though, right, with Mbabu. Gets to Mendoza. Mendoza to Diaz de Serio. Back over to Mendoza, but it gets blocked off by their Duffy, not mine. Barkley gets it through to Velius. Velius gets it back off the deflection. Gibson's on the ball here with a new attack. Barkley's running down, pushes the Magage into the box. Magage takes the shot. Ariola pushes it away. They've got a corner here, I'm guessing. I'm not sure why I showed this replay. Duffy's going off the field here. I'm not sure why they would take off the defender for Oviedo. So they've launched up. Fellaini's shot goes wide. Or Fellaini, depending how you say it. I say it both ways. It's actually been a deflection apparently, so Morales will put this ball in again. Velius on the back stick, out-headed by Mbabu, and it's gone out to Coleman. Coleman tries to bring it back in, gets it to Velius. Velius across field to Davies. Davies cutting in, getting past Nuno, gets it back out to Fellaini. Fellaini to Velius, right on the wing here, edge of the box. Tackling around with Akpom. Akpom loses that battle, but the shot from Fellaini straight at Ariola. And that's full time, I think. Yes, it is, full time, 1-0. France man of the match. France is also the goal scorer. And a few other good shots as well during the game. I feel like we did deserve to win that game. We were genuinely in control apart from a few bad sections here and there. A lot of the play you guys didn't see was us with the ball in the midfield, not really creating much, but enough to say we were in control of it. How long do I have to say? So just quickly, I want to say that the next episode in a bit, so next 4 games were recorded but didn't work. I think I've already made a video on this. They were recorded, it didn't work, so they will not be posted. I might not even post any more games from this at all. So this might be the last episode, might not. I doubt it will be, because I'll probably make one more and call it the last episode, depending when I get my PS4. I'll get the PS4, make one more episode and say the last episode. So I don't know, I probably will do that. I might still try and finish off Primo, try and get a Champions League, but I doubt I will. Anyway, on the attack here with QPR versus Dagenham is QPR. Launched upfield by Ariola, I think. Maybe it's Diego. Gomez Moreno making a tackle there. Martins Moreno pushing it back up to Gomez Moreno, running down the wing, and that's in that attack. Kudrov in the midfield. Gets it to Norwood. Norwood turns his man, running out to the wing, trying to find space. Cuts back in. running back into the middle, trying to find more space. I try and get it through here for Korshmar, but it gets hit forward. Actually, that's Zola, rather. This was the first game in this crew mode for Zola. Headed lost there by Norwood, but Gomez Moreno keeps it. Actually, it was Kudrov. Norwood on the ball now. Gets it through to Gomez Moreno. Tries to pass it wide, but fails. Gets the ball here. Tries to get through to Zola again, but fails again. They're on the ball. It's 2 out. He launches it upfield here to Russell. Russell basically passes it to Kudrov. Norwood on the ball from a Gomez Moreno pass. In the midfield, trying to find space. Gets it to Zola. Zola's running down the wing. Turns his man. Gets it to Martins Moreno. No real options, and he loses the ball, but Zola gets it back here. Gets it to Kudrov. Kudrov out wide here to Milesi. Milesi launches it in. A bit too far across field. Martins Moreno, being short, loses the header. And then it gets headed straight into Harrison by Gomez Moreno. They're on the attack here with Duncan. Duncan running down the wing. Gets it out to Ruffles, not Russells. Sorry, I said the wrong Ruffle. Ruffles on the wing, turning around. YSS Moreno is not quick. Here's the man that I'd bought from Arsenal. I think I said that last episode. But the cross is straight in Milesi's path, and he passes it back to them. Shot taken, and we clear it. A fairly nice save there, but we'll straight at the keeper. Austin on the ball here, turns his man. Poor defending by me, really. And another poor defending there, but Diego Garcia have no real problem. So it was Diego Garcia, not Areola. I lose the ball there to Harrison. Duncan gets it over. It's a 1-2 between Duncan and whoever. 2 outs on the ball, I think. Yep. Oh, it was Russell before, so there's Russell and Ruffles. That's going to be annoying. Russell on the ball. Duarte, I think that was. Traore. No, it's Diakite, sorry. And they scored there with Russell. That was poor commentating, I'm sorry. The crossing from Diakite was too much for my defence. Poor marking. Goes straight between 2 players, and Russell gets it across goal. That's Diego Castro. Diego Garcia was in a poor position. Diego Garcia should have been quicker to get across goal there. Slow reaction time. We restart the game here with Gomez Moreno running forward, cuts in, trying to find space, taking that long shot as always, and it's well over this time. Missy got through. Diakite running forward, almost going around my man, but I think it was Kudrov that made the tackle. That's half time. They're 1-0 up. We've been on the back foot for most of the game here. Probably deserve to be 1-0 down. Valerio starting us off, running forward and being very attacking with my kickoffs lately. I'm trying to take the shot, but it gets tackled off me. Avezos gets the ball upfield, getting it out to Norwood. Norwood pushes it back to Martins Moreno, trying to look for the attack. Zola on the ball, cuts in. I'm trying to look for the pass wide. I get it through here to Kudrov. Kudrov turning back. I should have passed out here to... I think that's Milesi, but they head her back to Norwood. Norwood takes a shot straight into the man. I literally ran into him then, tried to take a shot. They're on the attack here with Austin. Austin cuts around 2 of my players, but St. Ruff reacts and turns back. A bit of a mess up by my defence there, and I pass back to Diego Castro, launches it up to Valerio. Valerio headers it to Norwood. Norwood on the ball. He's not got much pace, so I decided to turn back, get it to Zola, try and get it through with Zola, but I shouldn't have done that because he was on his heels and couldn't get the power on the pass. We've got another attack here with Valerio. Valerio gets it through to Kudrov, but it's blocked off. So I try to get through to Kudrov. My bad. Duncan on the ball. Norwood making a good tackle, but Duncan claiming it. Valerio with a new attack here. Stopped. A tackle on Duncan is completely taken him out. I think it's by Kudrov. No, it's Gomez Moreno. He's completely taken out Duncan there. Definitely a yellow card. Not even going to argue. Duncan on the ball again here. Gomez Moreno making a legal tackle this time. Milesi gets the ball up to Norwood. A pass straight through the defence. Oh, attack really, I guess. Norwood still holding the ball somehow despite having no pace. Abilan... Isn't that a bit whatever? Norino de Carvalho, and a nice shot there by Zola. You don't see many good shots from him. That's when he plays now. He's always been very poor, but that was a good shot. The defence sort of parted ways for him. The seas just opened. Gave him a chance to shoot, but nothing came of it. Norwood on the corner here from the Zola shot. Headed in here by YSS Moreno, but it's over the bar. He should have taken the advantage of that opportunity, but we didn't. As always, there will be 3 games in this episode, and there was a problem with recording on the last one. Same problem as I had recently. I did make a change there. Diaz de Serio and Nuno de Carvalho. Kudrov came off for someone, and Korshmar came on for Zola. Gomez Moreno on the ball here. Diaz de Serio, so it was Diaz de Serio for... Oh, I said that already. Sainsbury here, the Aussie, getting the ball off Diaz de Serio, 2 out, and that's the end of the attack. Alves Conserva cutting in, launching the ball upfield here to Gomez Moreno, who loses it, and it's kicked up by Phillips, I think. No, that's their player now. Gomez Moreno to Diaz de Serio. Diaz de Serio on the wing, trying to find space. I get the ball out wide here to Malesi. Malesi will launch it in, and then nothing comes of it. This goes out to Norwood though. Norwood gets it to Alves Conserva. Alves Conserva cuts in, cuts back, trying to get into his left foot to take a shot, but I can't, so I push it back to Norwood. Norwood back through to Alves Conserva. So 1-2. There's still options, so I push out to the wing. I cut back again, just trying to find space or trying to get a pass off to keep possession at least. And I cut in here, I get some space, I launch in with his weak foot. It's headed back out to Gomez Moreno. I should have passed it through there. I take the shot here to Gomez Moreno after finding some space and it goes wide. I pushed into the box well there, but nothing came of it. Poor pass there by Norwood, I think. 2 outs on the ball, gets it out wide to Diakite. Diakite cuts back, gets it to... I didn't have time to see the name. Gets it through to 2 out now. Remy. Poor tackle there by me. It's Russell on the ball. Russell takes the shot, comes back to him, and hits another one. Bottom right hand corner, 88th minute goal. They're 2-0 up. He's stunning 13th goal of the season actually now. Gomez Moreno cuts in, trying to make a push down the field like as always. Don't know why I do this all of a sudden, never used to do it. Get it out wide here to Diaz de Serio, cuts it in, Korshmar. It's a pointless goal, there's no real benefit from it, but at least it helps our goal difference. It was actually touched. In editing and playing, I don't think I ever realised it was touched there. So it was a 90th minute goal, basically pointless. Valerio on the ball here, he cuts in, gets the ball through here to Korshmar. He has the chance to draw it up for us, but it's saved. I didn't even realise we had the opportunity, I forgot. I think it's steal and goal. Diakite will finish with the ball here, I think. Maybe not. Diakite's turned my man there with good ball control, but Diaz de Serio gets it back off him. Valerio on the ball, and that's the end of the game. 2-1 to QPR. For a second there I thought none of this was recording. 17 minutes of non-recording commentary. That would have been really annoying. They deserve to win that game. We were on the back foot for most of it, making a few counter-attacks. So, I'm still deciding really what should come first, and especially with play equipment, whether I should even do one. I'm not even sure if I should gonna do the Akinfenwa one anymore. Especially when I have such little time now, 'cause it's taken me so long to get the PS4. So I might not have time even to do 2 or 3 career modes, let alone play ones as well. So I might have to wait until FIFA 20 for that, which I will get, even if my parents argue, which they will. I should have cut this off more. I showed the entire highlight thing at the end, the highlight, you know what I'm trying to say. This loss really puts us in a bad position for the rest of the season, especially me trying to keep my job. Especially when I lost a few in the episode that didn't work. If I make another episode, I'll show you the games that didn't work. I'm gonna stop the recording here. Okay, I know you guys didn't even hear or have any gap. Now we have, if you see there, we are in, I didn't even see where we were. We're like 13th, 14th, which is not good. We didn't have anyone in the player of the best 11 of the week. Very important game here against Chelsea. If we can get a point, or even just not lose by a lot to help our goal difference, we might help us. So we're starting off here with Mendoza, passing it around as always to start off. Diaz de Serio with the ball here, out on the wing. I try and go around. I don't remember how to say that guy's name. It's Du Jong on the ball here, and I've taken him out. They've got the ball still. Try and get it out to De Bruyne, and they're going to penalise Mbabu here early on. It's Oriol Romeo. Oh, okay, that was cut off. De Bruyne gets it to the Ramirez, who pushes it up to, I don't know who that was, but Akpom cuts it off, gets it to Duffy, gets it into Nuno. I cut round a player there with Nuno. Put it through to France. France tries to get it up to Akpom again, but we lose it. Ramirez on the ball, cuts round my players, gets it in here to Dujon, gets it back to Ramirez. Ramirez ready to take the shot here, and it's just wide. These are the kind of games where if they keep missing, we really need to take an opportunity. Mbappe on the ball here, loses it to Romeo, but gets it back, gets it out to Akpom. Akpom tries to go around his man, but loses it, and it goes out for a throw-in for us. Ramirez on the ball in the midfield, he cuts in, gets it here to De Bruyne. De Bruyne gets it up to De Jong, back to Ramirez. Ramirez takes a shot and misses again, just wide of the right post. Haddad on the ball, gets it up here to Mendoza. Mendoza turns, flicks it up over to basically no one, but YSS has the pace to outrun Van Aanholt, sorta. Pass straight back in the path of YSS, and we have got the first goal of the game, 18th minute. Somehow, Jagoba Diaz de Serio has got us the lead against Chelsea. If we can hold this, it will be very good for us, because we need to get points wherever we can. It always helps if you get something against a good team, especially when we can't beat lower teams. Poor goalkeeping there by whoever, I didn't even see who it was. I'm not sure why I'm pausing the game here. Okay, I probably should have cut that out. I'll leave it in there though. Moses gets it through to De Bruyne. De Bruyne in the midfield, runs around like 3 or 4 of my guys, poor defending, tries to get it out wide, Haddad cuts him off. I launch the ball up to Diaz de Serio, get it out here to France, launch the ball up to Mendoza on the wing. Mendoza just gets to the ball in time before it goes out, loses the ball here to, I can't even tell who that was. Mendoza on the ball, tries to take the shot, it's blocked off by Franches. Pass straight back in the path of Mendoza, Romero gets it back off from Oriol Romeo, gets to Van Aanholt. Oriol Romeo again on the ball, running towards midfield, tries to get it out wide, but Akpom cuts it off. Launches it back upfield to Mendoza, but it's fight for the ball. Mendoza gets it back, passes it to Haddad. So if you can't understand what I'm saying, I'm speaking quick. Alves Conserva gets it out to Akpom. Akpom on the wing, loses it to Schul, I think that's how you say it. Gets it through to Oriol Romeo. Oh, my mouth's getting dry. He runs around the field with my player, gets it to De Bruyne, gets it back out to him. Not making much ground here, but they're pushing forward again. Gets it through here to Schul. Schul right on the wing. Close to the boundary, gets it in, but headed to by Duffy. Launched upfield by France and Mendoza, gets it to Nuno. Nuno cuts back to slow down play, gets it out to Kirby. Kirby takes a few meters in, tries to get it through, like 3 or 4 players, fails. France makes a tackle of Franches, I think that's how you say it, Franches. He cuts around him, gets it back here to Diaz de Serio. There's no one out on the wing, so I'm going to have to push it out and lose the ball to Van Aanholt and get a throw in for us. Diaz de Serio sitting here on the wing. I'm waiting for an option. I just decided to go to Akpom, cut it out, but he doesn't have the pace of other players, and it goes out for a goal kick. Sommer is their goalkeeper now, so that's I know now. Van Aanholt tries to get it through to Oriol Romeo. 1-2 between him and Schul. Back out to 1-2-3 between Schul and Oriol Romeo. Schul on the ball here, still just running around with defenders. He went about 3 or 4 there. Dujon gets it back to Schul. Schul takes the shot, and well saved by Areola. We need him to do well for when they get shots on target today. Launched into Dujon. Dujon headers it wide of the post again. As I said before, we really need to take opportunities when we're playing teams like Chelsea, and they are not taking theirs, because that's how we'll win a game against them. We won't control the play like we normally do. Normally, we won't control the play. Often I have higher possession than I expect. Akpom on the ball here. Launches it upfield to France. Does France have the pace to outrun Franches? He can't even get there before the ball goes out. Launches it back in, but it's too late. Someone on the ball for the goal kick, obviously. Launches it long up to Alves Conserva and Dijon. Dijon obviously wins that header, gets it to Schul. Schul runs around, I think it was France, gets it through to Dijon. Dijon's stopped by an amazing tackle by Haddad, which I reckon could have been a free. I don't know, I didn't see it too well. I don't know what I was trying to do there with Diaz de Serio. Franches loses the ball here to Alves Conserva though. I get it through to Mendoza, try and take the shot, it's blocked off, and it will be a corner for us. Nuno will launch it in here for Dagenham, gets it in, Duffy and someone up. Yes, the Serio, I'll take the long shot. It was a weird way of doing it, someone with an easy save, but it was straight at him. You couldn't have hit the target if you tried. 5 minutes of added time to the first half. Oyarame with the ball in the midfield, just making some space, holding the play up, gets it out to Van Aanholt. Van Aanholt tries to go around France. I thought he went around me. Gets it through to Diaz de Serio, who's trying to use his pace here to get down the wing before anyone can catch him. He gets into the box, launches it back, heels it back to Alves Conserva, and Sommer just pushes it past the post. It will be a corner for us right on the edge of half time. Nuno, as always, will launch it in here for us. Gets it in towards Mbabu, but it's way too close to Sommer. He can just jump up and take it. How short is Sommer? He doesn't look like it's 5'5". Duffy here, and that's half time. We are 1-0 up against Chelsea somehow. Don't ask me how. It was actually very hard to edit this. There was so many highlights back to back. I had trouble making it like really cutting bits of play out. There was a bit of player cut out there. It's launched in by Moses, headed straight at Areola. Thrown out straight into the path of De Bruyne though. Ramirez on the ball. Ramirez cuts in, gets it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne on the ball. Pushes it out wide to Schul. Schul does a skill move but loses it to France. France pushes it up here. Haddad on the ball. Moses cuts off the pass from Haddad to Kirby. Gets back to De Bruyne. Gets to Ramirez. Ramirez running down the midfield. Gets it out to Moses on the wing. Moses get back to Ramirez. Too many words. And De Bruyne hits it into Areola. I try and clear it with Akpom, and it's straight into the net. Own goal, 56 minute. Glenn Akpom is equal to up for them. And that's not very good for our star player. France on the ball, cutting forward, trying to find some space. I can't do what I normally do, they cut me off. Mendoza loses the ball here to Dijon. He goes straight into the path of Alves Conserva though, gets it out to Akpom, who holds it right on the edge of the pitch there. Gets it to Mendoza. Mendoza flicks it over to France. France takes the shot across goal in the bottom left corner. That's the lead again. 59th minute. Only took 3 minutes to get back in the lead. And Akpom goes down there and hugs him, thanking him, basically. But it looks like. Because if that was the final score, 1-1, and there was that own goal, that would not have been fun. Good shot by France. And we really deserve to be in the lead, I reckon, at this point. Moses on the ball here off the kick-off. De Bruyne running forward to De Jong, who passes it straight in the path of Duffy. Duffy gets it to Nuno. Nuno gets it to Alves Conserva. Alves Conserva holds the ball up, gets it out wide to Haddad here, pushes it forward into France. France pushes it out wide back to Kirby. Kirby gets it to Mendoza, and good pass by Mendoza back to Kirby. Gets it back to Haddad. Haddad pushes it into Alves Conserva, gets it forward to Nuno, who gets it in here to Mendoza, back to Nuno. Trying to find space. Nuno on the ball, just pushing out to the wing. Going anywhere he can, just a whole possession here at the moment, basically. They get it in to Mendoza, who gets the header past Sommer. It's 65th minute. We are up Emmanuel Mendoza with the third goal of the game. 65th minute. Not celebrating for some reason. I didn't mean to do that. Alves Conserva's trying to celebrate, and he's just sitting there like, nope. The captain will side, especially the composed ones, the captains. It was a pretty poor goalkeeping. I reckon Sommer's too short to be a goalkeeper, but anyway. Dijon and De Bruyne started off, gets it back from Ramirez, 1-2, out to Moses, to Ramirez. Ramirez loses it here to Kirby, but gets back by, I'm not going to say that name. Callas on the ball here, on the wing, gets it to Moses, into Ramirez, who cuts round, gets it forward here to De Bruyne, who is offside. No, Dijon, sorry, not De Bruyne. Duffy on the ball, gets it here through to Nuno, into Mbabu, pushes it a long way forward to Mendoza, who then cuts it back down to halfway line, who gets it out wide to Haddad. Haddad cutting in to Akpom, across field pass there. Akpom cuts in as always. I do it all the time with Akpom. France on the ball, France gets it through here to Nuno. Nuno takes the shot, well saved by Sommer and launched upfield towards Dijon, who loses the header here to Alves Conserva, which is surprising because he's very short. Alves Conserva on the ball, gets it through here to Mendoza. Mendoza running in, gets it out wide to Diaz de Serio. He has no other choice. I get it back out to Akpom, loses it here to De Bruyne. De Bruyne on the attack, gets it to Ramirez, who's constantly running. This is at the point where I can no longer edit because it would just delete the whole thing. Ramirez flicks it over to Dijon. Dijon on the ball, gets it through, and there's nothing I could have done there. Poor defending. Dijon just runs straight through our defense, and they score a goal. Really putting us under pressure now, because we can't make a mistake in the defense, otherwise it'll be equaled. Out wide to her dad. Her dad gets it in here to Nuno. Nuno to a Kirby. A Kirby pushing forward, gets it out wide to Akpom. Akpom not even reaching that. He's too slow. Akpom needs some kind of speed, surely. Surely it's not that slow. Schul on the ball, flicking upfield here to De Bruyne. De Bruyne threatening our goal a lot. Gets it here to Schul. Schul takes the shot, well blocked by Mbabu. I think it was with his face there. Slide tackling, getting it to his face. Van Aanholt passing the ball straight in the path of YSS. Nuno, De Carvalho, actually Nuno Henriquez anyway, apart from the point. A Kirby on the ball, a Kirby into Mendoza, YSS, Moses gets the ball off him, pushes it to Dijon, gets it into De Bruyne, gets it out to Ariel Romeo, who pushes downfield slightly but loses the ball to Mendoza, gets it back, gets it to Ramirez in the midfield, who pushes forward, somehow keeps the ball there, gets it to Van Aanholt, into Ariel Romeo, back to Ramirez, out wide to Moses here on the opposite wing. He gets the cross in, well headed by Duffy, and then that's a weird sort of clearance by France, but it worked. Ramirez on the ball. I'm surprised he didn't take a long shot there. That's what I was setting up for. But he runs in, gets into the box, cuts out wide to the wing, goes round Akpom, and I think that's Alves Conserva, gets it to Schul. Schul flicks it in. Dijon losing the header there. That could very well seal the game for us. Areola, and that header there by Dijon, I think it was Dijon, I'm not sure that was, but that header there saved us. It hit the post. If he had got that in, instead of hitting the post, we would have lost. Mendoza on the ball, taking the shot, well saved by someone. That could have been our fourth. But that header, if that hadn't hit that post, we obviously would have been equal. And quick reaction by Areola to dive and take they're making 3 changes. Moses, De Bruyne going off, and someone else. Oscar's coming off for De Bruyne. We have the ball here, Alves Conserva on the midfield. One matter is the one that's coming on for Moses. There's no real time left, it's 90th minute, and Dzeko is coming on for Ariel Romeo. There's final whistle. Pretty easy last 2 minutes there in our forward line. We have won against Chelsea. Emmanuel Mendoza with our last goal. France with the second, and Diaz Aseri with the first. In the 18th minute, the first goal was. They scored in the 76th and 56th with own goal by Akpom in the 56th, and then Dijon with a goal in the 76th. We deserve to win that game, really. I don't really know what else to say. This will not be the last episode. There will be a few more after this. There's still a bit to come with this episode. So let's just look at some of this now. Look at the highlights. The man of the match was Emmanuel Mendoza. Probably deserved it. Let's see what the possession was like. We actually had more possession, which, as I said, I surprise myself sometimes when I versus bigger teams having more possession. I play a very possession-based game when I play. Manchester United beating Everton, and there's a Nottingham Forest Manchester City game, which was 2-2. You can see me walking in the background there. It's actually 2020 in this game. I don't know what was happening here with the screen. Look, the controller keeps coming in. I don't think I meant to do this. I think I was checking the controller or something to fix. I think something was wrong with that, I don't remember. Anyway, it's been JDS. Thanks and bye. See you next time.